Welcome back to another hero guide video. In today's episode, we shall be focusing on Freddy. And without wasting any time, let's get straight into the video. Freddy is in the top 2 heroes in the entire game that do the highest amount of damage. His damage per second, DPS, is off the charts and can only be compared to Satoshi's. We shall start off by quickly going through Freddy's abilities, and starting right away, Freddy throws a grenade that explodes after a few seconds, dealing a high amount of damage to any enemies that are within the explosion radius. The second ability is called Steam, and when this ability is activated, Freddy gains a certain amount of health per second and also gets a speed boost. This works the same way for all SMG heroes. And for the third ability we have Street Fighter. On taking damage, Freddy gets 30% more movement speed and his fire rate is also increased by 30%. In addition, his weapon fire spread is reduced by 65%. This ability also gives Freddy more health and more damage. And the final ability that we have here is Influence. On taking damage, item pickup time for allies is reduced by 90%. That includes ammo pickup time. On hitting an enemy, all nearby enemies lose 80 health per second. That's it for Freddy's abilities. And then proceeding to the next section of the video, where we shall have some tips and tricks that you can apply while using Freddy. And getting right into it, the first and most important tip that you must remember while using Freddy is you need to run in a zigzag pattern, both when attacking and when escaping. Freddy is capable of moving at very high speeds, so when you move in a zigzag pattern, you make it very difficult for enemies to hit you. And the fact that you do a lot of damage in a short time will allow you to take out these enemies pretty easily if they can't shoot you back. And then proceeding to the second tip, ambush enemies around corners. This can be applied in situations when you get chased by a certain enemy. You can hide around a corner, and then as the enemy comes around that corner, you ambush them and quickly take them out. This trick will not work on experienced players because they will expect you to do this. But on new players, this trick always works, especially against angels. Proceeding to the next tip, we have the spinning kill. All you have to do is move around the enemy as you shoot at them. This allows you to be in a different position with every passing moment during the attack, which reduces the chances of the enemy being able to destroy you before you destroy them. Keep in mind you do much more damage than most of the heroes. And then peek around corners to take cover and make it hard for enemies to hit you. This allows you to be able to hit an enemy, but it will be very difficult for the enemy to hit you. And it applies to most heroes in the game, if not all. And then the next tip that we have here is avoid throwing grenades when enemies are approaching you. Remember, you cannot shoot while you throw a grenade. So if a hero like Raven or an angel is approaching you to make the kill, the worst thing that you can do is throw a grenade, because during that action of throwing the grenade, you can't shoot. So keep that in mind. Then we proceed to the next tip, which is taking damage makes you faster. So you can take advantage of this extra speed to either escape or quickly destroy your enemy with quick intricate movements that the enemy cannot keep up with. So as we saw with the third ability, Freddy gets a speed boost and his fire rate is increased as well when he takes damage. So he actually becomes more dangerous after taking damage to quickly turn the tables on enemies who are chasing you. Next tip is all about saving the steam charges. Remember, as we said, the steam charges give you a speed boost, and you need this speed boost in situations when you have to either escape from an enemy or catch up with an enemy during a chase. So definitely it's crucial to save those steam charges for these situations. And the final tip here is you can use multiple grenades to hurt enemies with a lot of health, and this will make them very easy to destroy using your weapon. That's it for the tips. Feel free to leave any extra tips that you may have in the comment section. The third part of the video will be looking at the possible gearsets that can be equipped on Freddy. And starting right away, we have the gearset that those players without personal gears can equip. This gearset includes the eye part for more movement speed and less bullet spread, the heart part for more damage to health, the arm part for bigger clip size, the runner's boots for more movement speed, the third knuckle for more damage to health, and the echo radar for more vision. This is a gearset I used for a long time before personal gears were introduced. And then the next gearset we have is for maximum speed. This gearset includes all gears that increase your movement speed. And starting right off, we have the eye part for more movement speed and less bullet spread. We have the cycle bandolier for more damage to health. We have the arm part for a bigger clip size. We have the runner's boots for more movement speed. We have the third knuckle for more damage to health. And then we have the cycle grenade for more health and less weapon spread. Notice that this gearset has 2 personal gears, and equipping any 2 personal gears gives you a bigger speed boost from the steam ability. The other gearset that you can equip on Freddy is a gearset which is designed to give him maximum health. Equipping this gearset will give Freddy over 1500 health, and this is similar to Bastion's health. We have the eye part, which gives more movement speed and less spread. We have infantry vest for more health. We have the cycle knuckles for less spread without aiming and more armor penetration. We have the leg part for more health and less running loudness. And then we have the third knuckle for more damage to health. Notice that this gearset has 3 gears that increase Freddy's health, and this gives him a really big boost in terms of health. And I believe this gearset makes sense because Freddy already has a very high damage per second by default, so there's not that much need to increase his damage using the gears. That's it for the gearset that maximizes health. And then we proceed to the gearset that I'm currently equipping. So currently I'm equipping Freddy's full personal set, and equipping this full set gives you a number of bonuses which include a bigger speed boost from the steam ability as we discussed earlier. Your weapon fire rate is increased by 9%. There is a 20% increase to the maximum damage that the grenade can do, and you also get an increase of 30 to the explosion radius of the grenade. Finally, one of the better bonuses from equipping 6 personal gears on Freddy is a 21% less reloading time. I think that's it for my suggestions in terms of gearsets, and that brings us to the end of today's video. Final part of the video will be just a few highlights, and at this point I would like to thank you for watching. Be sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play.